peoples of the worldwide federated internet. What's good? One more thing. So you didn't think I was going to let this day go by without saying something about this, did you? So I wasn't going to. And the only reason I wasn't going to is because in order to talk about this day, inevitably I was going to talk about this as well, which I'm not really a me type of person. But today is not only special because this is the birth of the United States of America. This is also the day, 1979, July 4th. I was born. I am 41 years old today. Now, when I was growing up, Independence Day was a big celebration. I knew what it was about. And I'm not going to say it didn't mean anything, but the importance and what it means to me now is a lot more than what it meant to me back then, on top of being my birthday, which really a birthday is, I'm not going to say it's not an important thing. It's the day I was born. I'm thankful to God that he's allowed me to live this long, and I hope he allows me to live even longer. Other than that, I'm not really a gigantic fan of celebrating myself. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. But the United States, not a perfect country. Not at all. Everything is not right. Not at all. It's not the most righteous country ever. That's not the case either. And I don't idolize the United States. I love living here. I'm thankful to God in heaven that this is the place I was born. But I don't idolize my country. I try my best not to do so. I think there is such a hatred for the United States by people who were born here. And I don't think some of these people realize exactly what they have. I get it. People keep telling you that you need to hate the United States, that there's nothing to be celebrated. There's no getting away from our past. I say our past because this is my country, my homeland. This is where I was born. It doesn't matter to me, in my opinion. I'm not telling you you have to hold this opinion. It doesn't matter where my ancestors were born and came from 10, 8, 7 generations ago, however long ago, however many generations back. It doesn't matter where they were from. I was born here. This is my homeland. There's nothing wrong with taking pride in your homeland, just as well as you would take pride in your house. If you didn't build your house, would you not take care of that house because you didn't build it? Would you not mow the lawn? Would you not make sure that you got termite inspections? Would you not make sure that there was no holes in your roof? Even though you didn't build it? It doesn't matter what our scarred past was or is. This is our homeland. Hating your own homeland, wishing for the destruction of your own homeland, is one of the most backwards things that I've ever seen pushed by the media. And I've seen some backwards things pushed by the media. And again, this is not to say that you have to idolize the United States of America. This is not to say that you have to idolize the flag and idolize the land. But there's also nothing wrong with loving your country. Again, if you bought a house, you love your house, you take pride in that. Even if you didn't build it, you take pride in it. It's your home. This is my home. This is my land. This is my country. I've mentioned it before. I'll mention it again. My grandfather was a Mumford Point Marine. Served in World War II in the Pacific. God allowed me to serve in the United States Air Force. Now, I didn't go in for the most noble of reasons. Like many people who join, I was 18. I didn't really have much going on, couldn't afford college, and I chose the military. That was really the extent of my thought process and my reasoning. Now, I am thankful to God in heaven I had that opportunity. I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to serve my country. That was the springboard which catapulted my life in a great direction. I'm not going to say I would have never heard the gospel had I not entered the military. Who knows what God might have done. But the military brought me to a place where I intersected with a man who brought me the gospel, and I got saved. I've had great opportunity in this country. I have traveled the world. I have had great jobs. I have been paid well. I've been promoted time and time again at various jobs. I've gotten many opportunities, including the one I have now. Done a lot. Experienced a lot. Great experiences. I'm not going to say that there's no other country that can afford you opportunity. I'm not going to say that. I don't know the ins and outs of every other country on the planet, so I can't say that. But the one thing I can say is I have been afforded great opportunity in this land. There's a lot of, I don't want to call people names, but there's a lot of people in the United States that are exhibiting the behavior of a pompous brat. You have every opportunity you could have, and you hate the very thing that is bringing you this opportunity. Now, two things can be true at the same time, and people need to get out of this boxed-in mentality. The United States can have problems that needs to be fixed, and it can also have great opportunity. Those two ideas, those two concepts, those two thoughts are not mutually exclusive. There's people running around. There's NBA players making millions of dollars telling you how terrible this country is. There's rappers who've sold drugs, who've destroyed neighborhoods, villainized, just terrorized their neighborhoods, who've made millions telling you how terrible this country is. There's actors that are great at what they do. Do not get me wrong, great at what they do, but they're getting paid to fake on camera, and they do a good job of it. Get paid millions, live lovely lives paid off of this, telling you that this country is terrible. There's news anchors that get to go on TV and lie to you day in and day out and make millions off of your fear. And they tell you this country is terrible. There's people who've turned ideas, who've turned software programs, who've turned websites into billions of dollars that are telling you that this country is terrible. There's people who have been lifted out of poverty, if by nothing else, by taking advantage of some opportunity that was presented to them in this country, telling you how terrible this country is. Do you see the irony yet? Now, this is not about, again, idolizing or singing the praises of a country ignoring the problems and the issues that we still need to solve. But this is a great country with great opportunity. Do not get it confused. I've traveled to enough countries and I've been to enough places to know a great place when I see it. And trust me, this is a great place. Again, for those who don't understand nuance, me saying that this is a great place does not mean that it is a place without problem, that it is a place without things that need to be solved. That is not what I'm saying. But some people don't understand nuance. That whole idea is missed by a slew of people. But on this day where we celebrate the birth of our country, there's people who are still calling for nothing but division, strife, anger. Can we take out one day and celebrate the birth of our country? You live in a country that you can hate 24/7. 24/7, preach your hatred, spew your hatred for this country 24/7, and get up the next day and go get your soy latte and not worry about a thing. We need help. We really need help. And to all of my Native American people, trying to figure out how to say this in a kind way to get to try to reason with you, to maybe get you to understand this. I am not a history buff, but I am a student of history. I'm intrigued by history. I do not know of any major country, and maybe it exists, and if it does exist, I am willing and open to learn about this place. But I do not know of any major country that does not have conquests, war, and strife in its past. I don't know of one. As a matter of fact, for my Native Americans, There was conquest, war, and strife amongst the Native American tribes even before the colonizers got here. Let that sink in. So this wasn't a unified land under one idea or one flag. It was warring territories. So a faction came in mightier than these smaller factions and won the big war. That's not a justification of anything that was done. I'm just saying this is the history of almost every nation. But now we are a United States. So let's unite around this. This is not a perfect country, but it is a free country. For how long remains to be seen. For how much longer? Let's at least unite around the fact that we can come to the table, debate, and see where we get at the end of this debate. See what conclusions we come to. But the division, the strife, the fear peddling, the anger, it's not helping anyone. So all of the people out there screaming that America's terrible, I'm not being facetious when I say this. I'm being completely honest with you. I'm going to ask you this question. If you hate the United States of America, if you won't even take this time out, put our differences aside, celebrate the birth of our country, I have this question for you. There are many countries on this planet that will take you right now. It would take you a couple months to save up enough money for a plane ticket. You can denounce your citizenship, go to these countries, and become a citizen. Which country is it that you believe is a better place? And I'm not being facetious. I'm telling you, according to all the things I'm seeing, people want to burn the flag, which you have that. Look, this is a free country. You're free to do that. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I don't idolize the country, and we are a free country, so you're welcome to do that. I'm just asking you, if you hate this country so much, where is it that you would rather be, and why are you not there? And the reason I wanted to make this video is that we have unjust, lopsided scales. This is a free country, and you're free to dislike the country and voice your disagreement. But why do you have so much hatred for those that choose to love their country and appreciate their country and want their country to be a better place? Again, not being facetious. If there's somewhere you would rather be, why are you not there? If this country is so terrible, and the thing is, as I brought up, it is always the people who have been afforded the greatest opportunity that talk so much trash about the country. It's always not in every case, right? There's people who are impoverished that talk the same talk. But let me give you something before I let you go. Single parent home, shelters, welfare, Section 8, no father around, no idea where food was coming from at time. Brownsville, Brooklyn, in the slums. This is my story. But that's not where my story ends. That's just where my story begun. As I said, I've seen a lot. I've made a lot. I've worked some amazing jobs, had some great opportunities, and traveled the world. A kid from the slums in Brooklyn that traveled the world. Doesn't sound like such a crummy country to me. It ain't perfect, but this is my homeland and I love it. Stay frosty, people.